Hello again. So, I stopped the spiraling for the most part, but I tried to do a video and it sucks, made no point whatsoever, and I just started talking like this and I'm stuck in it. So, we're going to do a video with an accent, see how it goes. Stop the spiraling, still a bit down, but I am doing logical thinking. It's a very good thing. When I'm depressed, I tend to not think logically, and today was part of that day. Trying to explain a little bit of what was going on today, I got hyper focused on a situation, and wasn't able to think outside of that situation, and I started overanalyzing, of course, because I was hyper-focused, and started thinking that things were way worse than what they are. Basically, last night, I went out with a friend. Hello, you. Love you. I'm going to call that friend Grace. Hi, Grace. So, Grace and I went out. We drank way too much, and I may or may not have, I can neither confirm nor deny that I may or may not have sent out some texts. And I was very embarrassed by the time that I started sobering up. Really just kind of humiliated, and I felt shameful for sending out so many texts. So I kind of hyper-focused on that fact. Just do me a favor, if you go out with your friends and you drink more than you expect, just hand them your phone and tell them to put it in their bag and tell them, do not, under any circumstances, give me back this phone until I am sober. Do not text while drunk. It is dangerous. So that was a little bit shitty of me. I should not do that. Happens way too often. So I had hyper-focused, and I had thought that things were way worse than what they are, and became rather depressed. At work, though, was completely dead. They overscheduled people. They had 3 people on Sunday. It didn't make any sense. So they sent me home an hour early, which is a little frustrating because I don't want my paycheck to suffer. But at the same time, there was nothing to do. I had already stocked everything and cleaned everything, and there was nothing to do. So I went home early. I did my Happy Things videos, 5, 6, 7, and 8, which helped me to focus and feel a little bit better. And I also got to have 2 wonderful conversations. One with my best friend Duke. Duke is the name that I gave him in the last video. We're going to stick with Duke. Duke called. He apologized for the tough love. He said that he realized that that I was not in a place where I needed to hear tough love, and he was sorry that he hadn't just been there. And I told him that it was fine. He didn't need to apologize. And he said, I hope that you realize that when I feel that way and I say those things, it comes from a place of love and caring. and I do realize that, and that's why I wasn't mad. That's why he didn't need to apologize. But still, it's nice to hear. And then I got to have a wonderful conversation with my dad, who is home from the hospital. I'm not sure that I put that out there in any other videos, but he is home from the hospital and doing wonderfully. So, very happy about that. Also, update on Duke. He had an issue. I'm going to keep this very general. He had an issue within his family that over the past 6 years I've been trying to nudge him in a certain way, and he's made great strides over the past 5, 6 years. And but ultimately it was his choice. It was his choice to decide how he wanted to handle the issue, and he had a great breakthrough today, and he's very happy about it. And I'm very happy about it. Very wonderful, great news. Yay! So, not trying to recap my day, I wanted to talk about something that I have been thinking about in my depression earlier. Now, there is a certain someone who's going to be watching this video, and I'm going to tell you right now, this is not personal. This is not about you. This next little thing is a thought process that I had today, and it relates, it involves something that relates to you, but it's not about you. I'm going to make this very clear. Do not take this personally. I will kick your ass. I will come through the screen and kick your ass. Do not take it personally. Okay? Done. Okay. So, I was in a play about 6-7 months ago, and in the play there was a monologue called, well, we called it the Hope monologue, and basically what it broke down to was if hope was a city and expectation was a city, that expectation would be the place to live because you would always know where you were, you would always know where you were going, you would always know what you were doing, and in hope you would have to hope to figure out what you were doing and where you were going, and how exhausting that existence must be, and why would you want to do that? And I was just thinking about the monologue today, and it made perfect sense in the context of the play, especially from the character that it came from, and it seems to make a lot of sense in the real world too. And then I started breaking it down in my head. What is hope and what is expectation? And I came to this like thought about how it applies to real life, which is that in order to get to expectation, you have to give up on hope. You have to let go of it, rather, not give up, but let go. And that's so scary to me. That's terrifying, because with hope, nothing is set in stone. So you can't really be let down. Like if I'm having a party and I say, I hope that my friend can be there, and they say, I hope I can be there too, it's not set in stone. So if they don't show up, I'm not really let down. I mean, I'm a little disappointed, but I'm not let down. Whereas if I let go of hope and was just kind of free falling in expectation, I guess I would feel that expectation would be a free fall, because if I expected my friend to be there and they didn't show up, how bad would that hurt? That would be terrible. That would be awful. I feel like expectation opens you up to be to a much more vulnerable place, because there is no guarantee that if you expect something from someone, they're going to follow through. There's no guarantee of that. That's terrifying to me. And I realize that my accent is going in and out. It's very bad, and I don't care. It's fun. But it's just the idea of living in a world where you lay your expectations out on the line. It's, to me, it's too much of a risk, because more often than not, people let you down. I'd rather live in hope. I hope for the best. I expect the worst, but I hope for the best. It's how you keep yourself prepared. It's actually something that I've told people before. Hope for the best, expect the worst. That way you're always prepared. I've said that to Duke several times. So it's very interesting. Anyway, it was just a thought that I was thinking on today, and I thought I would share it, because I think the Hope monologue is genius. I really do. But when I try and apply it to real life in my mind, I come up opposite. In the play, I would think expectation. Yes, expectation, certainly, because that makes sense. But in real life, I'm like, hope. That's where I'm going to live. I'm going to live in hope. All right, so it's 9 minutes. I'm going to go. Ta. Cheers.